What up, guys? I'm literally going to make a protein shake live as this episode starts because I just got back from the gym, but the studio's all set up, and people are like, Brendan, get to work. They hold me here, and they make me do these episodes, guys. No, I'm just joking, but I'm like, okay, I can just make a protein shake this quick. It's super easy to do. Vanilla whey. Drop it on the floor. That would be bad. Luckily, I got a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to put a scoop in here. Scoop vanilla whey in there. And then post-workout, I like to take my creatine. I really take my creatine like randomly, if honestly. Like, you don't have to take creatine after your workout. You don't have to take it before. It really doesn't matter when you take your creatine. But I'm going to take mine right now, post-workout. I hit chest and biceps today. I sort of like changed what I was doing this week because I'm flying to LA tomorrow to go to Bad Bunny with my girlfriend. She loves Bad Bunny. So I'm taking her to another Bad Bunny concert in LA. And then I'm going to drive to San Diego and link up with all the boys. Creatine. And now the main ingredient. No raw farms today. Whole Foods doesn't sell raw farms. And obviously don't drink raw dairy, guys. You will immediately cease to exist. So let's pour that in there. And then we just got to shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Oh yeah. This is about to be fire. This is what I'm craving. Vanilla whey. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Protein shake time. That is absolutely amazing, and it's so quick to make because I don't have time right now. They're like, Brendan, you have to do an AMA right now. There's questions. People need to dial in their health. You need to sit down, do the AMA. So I don't even have time to make a full meal. So the protein shake is amazing on the go. People sometimes ask in the AMAs, what can I do for a quick meal? Bro, have a protein shake. There's healthy carbs in here from the dairy. There's protein. There's creatine in here. You could throw some fruit in here easily. I mean, come on. Let's dive into this week's AMA. As usual, the new episode format is I'm going just to yap about my life for 5 minutes, and then I will dive into the questions. So obviously, I just said I'm going to LA again. I'm going to link with Lance over there, but mainly I'm going to take my girl, my fiance now. Yes, I proposed months ago, getting married. I don't know when we're going to actually do the wedding and all that stuff, but we're getting married, and we're going to try to buy a house in San Diego. So I'm going to be back and forth Bay Area to San Diego a lot, but it's just so much better for the business in so many ways, especially with what I do. We'll have our office in Santa Cruz, of course, but for content, I want to build a cool studio in San Diego. I can film at gyms there where I don't get banned. Up here, I'm banned from 24 Hour Fitness. There's things you can do in San Diego, health and wellness wise, and it's not that far away. So pretty stoked on that. My buddy Austin is down there, obviously, and I want to start doing a podcast with him because he's super entertaining and it's just fun. So working on that. So after LA, I'll drive to San Diego. My girl and I are going to look at some houses. I'll probably surf a bunch. I'm going to pop into Surf Fight Jiu-Jitsu, go see Majid and Joel Tudor down there, some of the legends at Surf Fight, go get some rounds in, get my ass beat in Jiu-Jitsu. Super fun. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to this week. I've been hitting some really good workouts, been really on my weightlifting grind, and I've had it dialed in lately. I just have this routine. I go 3 to 4 times per week to the gym, usually 4 times for weightlifting, and I hammer it, man. And I've been really consistent with it. What I've been doing is a few exercises, but really just, progressive overload, building up in the weight. And I'll have days where I feel okay, I just need to back off or maintain. It's not a linear process like that. But I've been doing this incline chest press machine. I started out doing 50 on each side, and getting up to 8, 9, 10 reps. I'm okay. Then you go to 55, and now I'm at 65. So just been building that up, and I've been seeing the muscle growth as well with that. So I'm feeling dialed in right now. My cardio is good because I've been going to jiu-jitsu lately, and just dialed in with that, surfing a bit more, and my weightlifting's good. So right now I'm feeling absolutely amazing. Last week, it was longer that, we recorded it probably 10 days ago, but I got a little sick. I recovered from that quick. I bounced back. It's, that's what happens when you're healthy. You can still get sick. I rarely do, which was, fun to cover in last episode. If you haven't watched that, what I did to recover from all that, we went pretty deep into some of the stuff that you should do if you're sick. So go watch that. But I bounced back like a champ, and now I'm back to it. Last weekend we went to jiu-jitsu. My buddy opened up a jiu-jitsu school not too far from here, so had to go support him. Went to an open mat there, and then we played soccer and kicked around the football, watched the UFC. The UFC was crazy, bro. Man, hey, I did predict the main event right. I said Sugar Sean by decision, and that is what happened. I didn't think he would dominate Cheeto like that. I mean, that was pretty, unbelievable. But yeah, the whole card was fire. I thought Song Yadong would win, but Piotr Jan just turned it up in the second, the 2 rounds after he probably dropped that first round, and then he just came back like a storm. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Sugar Sean now. What is next for Sugar Sean O'Malley? I think he wants to go fight Ilia Topuria in Spain because he knows that he can strike with Ilia, and even though it's a jump up in weight, there's not much to risk there. Marab is a bad matchup for Sean. I could see him beating Marab for sure, but like what the odds would say is probably Marab is going to be a slight favorite with that wrestling pressure that Marab puts on. So let me know what you guys thought about the UFC. But it was really fun to watch that. And then the next day I woke up, went to jiu-jitsu, lifted weights. It was just a great active weekend. Oh, I surfed Friday too. Went and surfed and got some great waves, honestly. So been stoked on all of that. Some things I've been doing for my health lately. Because like 10 days ago I got sick, I've been adding in more liposomal glutathione, so just staying on with the liposomal glutathione and adding in some digestive enzymes because when you get sick and you're stressed, whatever happens, your body is stressed, it can deplete your digestive enzymes. So look into that, but that's another supplement I've been adding in. Still working on launching the lychee and peach electrolytes in April. Hoping to have those out there along with our honey beeswax beef tallow moisturizer, facial moisturizer. So really stoked on that. And yeah, the whey tubs are just flying. Like if you want mint chip, honey salted caramel, or butter pecan, go get those because they might be gone in about a week. And we're also working on releasing more flavors in the whey bags. We have strawberry coming soon. And what I wanted to do with the strawberry, which we did, is we have wild freeze-dried strawberries in there, okay? So like actual strawberries in the strawberry protein. And, we gave it to some people. Obviously, we had people test it out, and like people were saying it tastes like an In-N-Out strawberry milkshake, which I haven't had for a while, but those dudes had. So I trust them. I trust their opinion. And to me, it just tastes absolutely fire. Just like the perfect, real strawberry, amazing grass-fed, grass-finished whey. So really stoked on that one. The pre-workout is flying. I took a scoop of this today with 2 scoops of electrolytes, and I just got a really good chest and bicep day in. Just great pump, great drive, great energy. Just the focus dialed in without being overwhelming, that itchy, stimulated feeling. You don't want that. So that's pretty much it. But you guys have left your questions below, so let's dive into the AMA. Let's rock. Let me know what you got. So this guy's question is, Brendan, you do all these skits in Walmart and the grocery stores. You approach random people. How do you not have social anxiety with that? Yeah, man. So there's a couple things there. One, I think jiu-jitsu has really, really, really helped with this. Why? Some element deep down of social anxiety is worrying that someone might do something crazy and just like beat your ass. Now, that's not like a real worry in the modern day world, but deep down you have these like primal worries, right? And I'm not saying I can beat everybody's ass that I approach. I've approached some big Samoan Tongan people. But jujitsu has given me this idea that I'm really aware of that. So, like, if I ever approach like a crazy person, or we do these things in downtown SF with the homeless problem, I know that if somebody didn't have a knife or a gun, obviously, like take that out of it. But like if one of these people just crazy just threw a punch at me or did something, I would know how to defend myself and get away or subdue them. You might think that's stupid, like nobody's gonna hit you in Walmart, of course, but there is that aspect that is part of your fight or flight when approaching people with in a social anxiety like context. So if you're somebody who wants to go out to bars or parties and stuff and have less social anxiety, learn how to defend yourself, learn some basic fighting skills. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, that will help your social anxiety. Does not mean you're going to be able to beat everybody up, but that confidence deep down of like, okay, if this dude throws at me, I think, I'll be able to, clinch up with him and take him down and not die. That is actually something. The other part is just like, who cares? Who cares what people think of you? I'm trying to do these skits, if you want to call them that, giving somebody $100 to quit soda, telling people, hey, you should quit drinking alcohol. And what are they going to do? They yell at me in Walmart, tell me to fuck off? Cool, go for it. I don't give a shit. And some people do get sort of mad when I ask them to quit soda, but you know what? Maybe that person will go home or they'll have a doctor's appointment in 3 years and they'll be like, hey, your, HbA1c is really high, man. Like, what do you do? And then they'll be like, damn, like I do drink soda. It might all come around to them. So yeah, social anxiety, It's hard to get over, but you have to really zoom out in the world. Like you're on a rock right now. It literally doesn't matter. Think about it. Zoom out right now. So you got you in your city. Zoom out to above. You're in your state. Zoom out even farther in the United States. Zoom out even farther. The Earth. Zoom out even farther. It doesn't matter, man. So be a good person. Don't let social anxiety run your life. Brendan, how do you convince your friends, family, loved ones that the foods that they are eating are killing them, that their habits are just killing them? Listen, you can't, and I can't. I haven't been successful in that. I have people in my family that do not respect their health. I have friends that don't respect their health. Now, many of them do, and I definitely have gotten a lot of them to come around, but the truth of the matter is you can't change somebody. All you can do is lead by example, okay? Now, you can, and I continue to try to explain to people some basic stuff about health and how big of an impact it has. To get somebody to change, I think the best thing you can do is start to make them feel better. It has to click in their head. You're not going to be able to get in there, but you can try something basic. Like I know a buddy, and his dad was morbidly obese. Okay. And what I told him is, hey, start to get him just to go on little walks, because that's something that he could do. He could walk around the neighborhood. So then they started increasing those walks. They didn't talk about diet yet. They didn't talk about anything. They were just having a lot of fun just walking around the neighborhood. And he enjoyed it. Of course, getting outside, like your body starts to reward itself after that maybe first one or two tough walks. Your body will start to reward itself with dopamine, with serotonin. And if you can get them to experience that, they might want to start to cut out soda so they can walk longer. They might want to start to get healthy so they can feel better. So you have to start with these little things. So if you're trying to get somebody in your life to feel better and start eating well, tap into some stuff that they like that is active. Okay. You have a friend, maybe he likes mountain biking, right? Start mountain biking with them. Start to tell them, hey, oh my God, do you see a study showing that like you lose a lot of sodium when you mountain bike? You should probably not drink that Dr. Pepper and try these salt-based electrolytes, whatever it is. You got to provide options to people. What I'm doing with this page really does help me, because sometimes you can't change people in your immediate circle, right? But I've changed thousands and thousands of lives through the content that I do, because once you explain to people and show people how good you feel when you're actually healthy, it definitely changed their life. So the true answer, you can't, but keep on trying. It's a good thing to do. Brendan, what are your go-to hygiene products? Okay, so first of all, it starts with a shower filter. I have an organic Jaguar shower filter in my shower. You can get that one if you want. Code Santa Cruz. Just get a good shower filter that filters out chlorine. And mostly chlorine is really the issue there, because if you're just showering in chlorine, it's going to make life a lot harder. When I get out of the shower, I use beef tallow to moisturize. That is like pretty much all I do. Shower, beef tallow to moisturize. For soap, I use Dr. Bronner's. However, lately I've been using a tallow honey soap that I'm formulating with organic Jaguar. The reason I'm not releasing that with Santa Cruz Paleo is because we make everything for Santa Cruz Paleo ourselves. We don't have all the soap manufacturing capabilities. So we found somebody that can make soap, and they make amazing tallow honey soap, but they can't do the scale that would Santa Cruz Paleo would need. We sell a lot of units, so I'm going to launch those small batch with organic Jaguar. So yeah, tallow honey soap, Dr. Bronner's. What you can do before you shower is a honey mask. I've shown this before. It's as simple as it sounds. You take raw honey before you shower, you put it on your skin, and then you rinse off with warm water. No, it won't be sticky after. What it will do is help your skin exfoliate. It's antimicrobial, it's antibacterial, so that's really great. Other personal care products I have, let me think. I use the honey beeswax beef tallow now. I use the beef tallow beeswax chapstick pretty often. Man, that's pretty much it. Occasionally, like with my girl, I'll do a French green clay mask. That's just green clay. I'll do that. But other than that, I don't really use any products, and I think that's a nice, simple way to live life. Brendan, what do you think about intermittent fasting, and does it have any benefits? So, intermittent fasting usually means not eating for a certain window of time, and that window of time usually isn't that long. You're talking 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours. I am a fan of intermittent fasting. I do think, it can be beneficial if you're trying to limit calories and lose weight. However, it's not essential. Okay, the reason that it works for weight loss isn't some magic that intermittent fasting has. There's been some studies showing some slight benefits, here and there, but there is no big magic with intermittent fasting. The magic is in the calorie restriction. Also, the magic is in learning that you can still operate while hungry. That is really the key thing you need to learn there. You might not need to adopt some certain intermittent fasting protocol. However, if you are trying to cut, so right now I'm still like kind of, bulking, maintaining, but closer to the summer, I will be doing a cut. Now, how I'm going to do that is I will let myself get hungry. People really complain about this in like the dietary and fitness world. There's some like, some of these dietary influencers that are like, you should never feel hungry. Like, oh my God, this is disordered eating. No, it's actually very, very normal to feel hungry. And you should know what that feels like. And you should also realize that you can operate while hungry. And if you are somebody watching this right now and you are overweight, I am here to tell you it is okay to be hungry sometimes. And if that gets me canceled for disordered eating, I don't care because it's how we evolved as human beings, hungry often. Um, doesn't mean you need to be hungry often, but intermittent fasting, aka skipping a meal here and there, great way to hit a calorie deficit. Is it needed? No. Brendan, what benefits does beef tallow have for people that already have oily skin? A lot of people are scared to use beef tallow moisturizer products because they're like, well, my skin is oily. This is like an oil. Here's what's going on and why you have oily skin. You have oily skin because you are using a face wash or a face moisturizer or both that dry out your skin. Okay, what these products do, we just saw benzoyl peroxide be recalled because it's contaminated with benzene, which is cancer causing. That's another subject. However, what a lot of these acne products do, or face washes do in general, is they will dry out your skin because they say, oh, well, your skin's oily, you need to dry it out. What happens is your skin is going to try to find homeostasis. Your skin is your body's largest organ. It is intelligent. It is connected to all of our organ systems. It's not separate from our body. It is part of our body. It will try to create more moisture when it gets dried out. We see this when people go to different climates and adapt. Your body will adapt. Your skin will adapt. So what's happening with most people is they're stripping that sebum, those natural oils, from their skin constantly. And their body is in this just state of trying to produce more oil, or else your skin would just continue to dry out, which is not good. You have a skin barrier. You have sebum. Okay. And the sebum stuff has been so vilified by the modern day skincare industry where they go, oh my God, that's the cause of acne. No, it is not. It's not because every human being has sebum. This is why, this doctor, I've done content on this, went to an island in Kitava and he examined 1,200 people and he saw no acne whatsoever. Okay. Why is that? It comes down to your gut health, your immune health, your hormone health, and beef tallow can be an excellent moisturizer that's going to rebounce your skin. Okay. It's going to re-nourish your skin. So don't worry about your skin being oily, especially if you're using a normal face wash or face moisturizer. That is probably drying out your skin, which causes your skin to rebound and want to become oily. So find the balance. Brennan, I love your logos and designs. Would you ever consider putting out more merch? Like everybody's always asking for the Santa Cruz Medicinals t-shirts, all like the stuff I wear. The real answer is no. Actually, we're probably not going to put out merch. Look, to launch like a bunch of t-shirts, sweatshirts, a whole merch line, I would have to put effort into that. I'd have to put money into that. I put every piece, every dime, every piece of, you know, um, ideas and thoughts and effort that I have goes into creating amazing products for your health. Okay, like the amount of research and just like care that goes into making a product like this, that is what I want to do more of because I think that changes people's lives, changes people's health. What I am doing with some of the merch is with my buddy Austin, Organic Jaguar, we are launching some organic cotton merch like this shirt, healthy. I don't know if it's in stock yet still. We just launched the grass-fed, grass-finished shirts and has the Santa Cruz Paleo logo on the back. As far as the Santa Cruz medicinal stuff goes, you see me rocking that sometimes. You just have to get lucky and find that somehow. I don't know. Go to a jiu-jitsu gym. You might find somebody with a Santa Cruz Medicinals rash guard. You could buy it off them. I don't know. There's no way to, we're not going to start selling a bunch of Santa Cruz Medicinals merch. That's not the focus. But yeah, I might do a t-shirt design contest soon because I think that would be cool to make one of my fans like some good dough. Like, maybe you can design a dope t-shirt, sell it yourself. I'll promote it. So maybe try that. Brennan, I bought your cookbook. I love it. The recipes are great. Are you going to add to it or launch another one? So what I'm probably going to do, I'm hoping to do this September, October, so it's going to be a little while, is relaunch the cookbook with new recipes added to it. Because I wouldn't want to strip any of those recipes out because they're just so fire. But I'll probably add some more to it and do some YouTube like content with it, something like that. So we will work on that. But for right now, if you want to buy the cookbook, it's in the link in my bio or whatever. You can find it. And yeah, it's fire. Brendan, what do you think about wearing a mineral-based sunscreen on my face every single day because I have rosacea? And the doctors basically told me that I don't want to get sunburnt on my face. So as long as you are working on reducing that rosacea by finding out the cause of it, because it is an autoimmune skin condition, which you can probably fix within 3 weeks if you find out the root cause, and you eliminate some of the foods, that are causing it, or maybe you have something digestive or gut going on. But rosacea can be fixed. So you need to find out what is causing that. And as long as you're on that path, I think wearing a mineral-based sunscreen is totally fine to mitigate any type of damage to your skin. That's fine. I don't wear a mineral-based sunscreen every day. I don't even wear it like on days that I get a good amount of sun. I only wear it on days I'm getting like a lot of sun. So I think mineral-based sunscreens are cool. I do have slightly darker skin though, because my mom was born in India. My dad was very white, so like I have that mix though. Um, but yeah, I don't see any issues with that. Brendan, what is your view on fiber consumption? So this is where I really differ from a lot of these people like Paul Saladino, and definitely the carnivore crowd and some of the other primal nutrition enthusiasts out there. I think fiber is very important. There's so many studies on this. Now, there are also studies showing that fiber can sometimes worsen symptoms for people, but usually those people have some type of digestive issues going on or autoimmune issues going on. So if you're somebody that experiences that, and when you add in more fibrous foods, you get issues, look into your gut and try to fix that. If you are a healthy person, I do think fiber can be very, very beneficial. And there's tons of studies showing this. For me, when I eat more sweet potatoes, when I eat more, zucchini, when I eat some veggies, carrots, apples, like fruits, fibrous fruits, stuff like that, I just have better bowel movements. My skin is better. Everything feels better. And it does also appear that fiber can basically help feed the good bacteria in your gut. So, if you are somebody that's really dealing with some issues and you've experienced benefits from doing more of a carnivore type of carnivore style diet, stick to that. Go for it. I think where I'm in the middle here. Like there are like people like the plant slant and all these people that they're just like fiber, 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 fiber's the answer for everything, which is great for many people. But if there are people with issues with their gut, there is a girl on TikTok called Muna, Muna. If you look up Muna Skin, Muna Skin, Muna Skips, I think is her TikTok, whatever it is. She had some of the worst acne I've ever seen. Horrible skin issues. She said she went to so many doctors, tried everything. She went carnivore, her acne completely went away. So I think for doctors out there who say, well, she shouldn't have done that. She should have just ate a bunch of fiber. That is so ignorant and frustrating for somebody like that to hear when they're like, yeah, I tried that. My body was rejecting it. They told me no. And then they went to eating no fiber, basically, but just carnivore, and it healed their skin. Now, what I would suggest for somebody like that is once you fix that autoimmune issue, start to add in more fiber, see what your body can tolerate, because I do think fiber is good. My favorite sources: fruits, vegetables, some grains, maybe some sourdough, some white rice, potatoes. Yeah, get your fiber in. Brendan, what are your thoughts on nootropics? How often should I take them? Do you have any brand recommendations? What do you take? So for nootropics are a class of compounds that can help with your cognitive function, okay? And man, this is like blown up over the last couple of years. People are really like, there's whole nootropic companies. Obviously, there's like stuff like Alpha Brain, like Joe Rogan's thing, which really kind of blew up nootropics. There's like sort of the Russian nootropics, like phenylpiracetam and aniracetam and all these things, Semax and all this stuff that are like really intense nootropics. There's mild stuff like caffeine, okay, is a nootropic. Here's the deal. Nootropics definitely work and they can do some crazy stuff. I've experimented with some of those like more intense nootropics before, and what I would definitely say is you should not be doing intense nootropics like phenylpiracetam, aniracetam, unless you really know what you're doing. I don't take any of those currently. I experimented around with them and they're just so intense that, the expression, there's no biological free lunch. I cannot imagine taking those daily for a significant amount of time would be a good idea. When you look towards more approachable nootropics, you can look towards something like alpha GPC. There's tons of studies on alpha GPC. You can look towards, doses of caffeine. I would definitely not take caffeine in the evening. There's tons of good stuff out there you can take. Honestly, if you want some approachable nootropics, look towards like amino acids. Like L-tyrosine can be a great nootropic. So overall, I am a fan of nootropics, but just saying, oh, nootropics are good, they help you focus, let me take a bunch of them, might not be the best idea because that can really mess with your dopamine, your serotonin. People sometimes like will take a nootropic and they'll get jaw tightness. This is actually pretty common. You can hear about it. It's like just overloading the body with too much acetylcholine, and it just like gives people sort of anxiety, a racy like speed like feeling. That's not what you want. So look into them, do your research, but overall, I'm a fan of nootropics. Brendan, does the pre-workout help with muscular endurance? I'm an endurance runner, and I'm wondering if it would help if I took the pre-workout, the natural pre-workout before a race. The answer is yes, definitely. Alpha GPC has been shown to help with musculoskeletal endurance. Acetyl L-carnitine has been shown to help with muscular endurance. L-citrulline has been shown to help with muscular endurance. And we also have some stuff in there like methyl B12, which helps with red blood cell formation, which a lot of people take for cardiovascular endurance. So the answer is yes. L-citrulline, obviously amazing. So yeah, the answer is definitely yeah. Vasodrive AP is going to help with blood flow, so that is also going to help with endurance. It's mainly designed for like good weightlifting session, but I take it before surfing. I take it before jujitsu. We have a lot of pro surfers that just swear by this pre-workout because it doesn't make them jittery. It doesn't make them feel weird, so they can go have their long surf sessions and they love and they swear by this pre-workout. So I would definitely try it out. Brendan, I see you cook with cast iron all the time, but what do you do after? How do you clean that thing and re-season it? Well, I'll tell you exactly how. We'll film some content on this, like more in depth, where I buy a cast iron pan. I show you how I de-season it because they season them with seed oils and I re-season it with beef tallow. But once you've done that, which I'll show you in a bit, just follow all the channels. I'll post it soon. I get the cast iron pan. I cook a steak on it, let's say. What I do after that is I go enjoy my steak. That fat on there is basically going to get like kind of hard, and then I'm going to turn the heat up on low. I'm going to scrape all of that fat off just with paper towels, like on low heat. Okay, so it's not like hot at all. I just take it off, so now all the fat is off. Then I'm going to put that cast iron pan next to the sink and let it cool down. Then I'm going to get some coarse salt. I'm going to pour it in that cast iron pan, a lot of coarse salt, kosher salt, like that coarse shit. And then I'm going to get a metal brush. You can just buy them, cast iron metal brush, look it up, whatever. And I'm going to rub it. That's going to really get all of the gunk off of that cast iron pan, and I still haven't used any soap on it. So I've gotten all that off. I'm going to take some really hot water and just like spray it, and now the cast iron pan like looks really clean, but the problem is it's not seasoned up. So if it just like you leave it like that, it can rust a little bit or just become like more sticky. So then what I do is I take some beef tallow, I put it into the pan and I rub it in. I then put it on the stove on low heat for just a tiny little bit. That's it. That's good to go. Brendan, what are the best antihistamine supplements? So a lot of people are told to go on antihistamines like Benadryl and stuff, and they're really intense and they have like, bad side effects. Now, if you are somebody experiencing allergies, the best antihistamine supplements are probably going to be quercetin. Quercetin is a flavonoid that's been shown to have antihistamine effects. Dosage, maybe a gram per day. Another one is bromelain. Sometimes you'll see these packaged together, quercetin with bromelain. You could do that. Dosage there, probably 500 milligrams of bromelain. Bromelain is from pineapple, and it's been shown to have some antihistamine effects as well. So I would definitely look into that. Another thing you might want to just be aware of is if you're drinking a bunch of like kombucha or other fermented foods, you need to be careful with if you have a histamine intolerance. So FODMAP foods, you can look up FODMAP, F-O-D-M-A-P. If you're having histamine issues, try eliminating those for a little bit, then adding them back in to see which ones aggravate you, if any. But quercetin, bromelain, low FODMAP diet, that's the way. Brendan, is it okay to be regularly consuming magnesium malate? Yeah, magnesium malate isn't a terrible form of magnesium. I'm really not a fan of citrate and oxide. It's very, very common to see citrate and oxide, and for many people, it gives them gut distress. And while there's definitely studies showing that it can, boost your magnesium levels, I really wouldn't want a form that gives many people gut distress. I just don't see that. Magnesium malate's good. Magnesium glycinate is great. Magnesium L-threonate is really great, but very expensive. So those are some of the forms that I like. Brendan, when is Santa Cruz Paleo going to get on Amazon Canada so my Canadians can get it? Well, I have my guy working on this right now, and what we're on a call today about is there is like it's your country's fault. It's you damn Canadians. Like there is basically an application we have to put into the government when we sell something in Canada, and the Amazon people were saying oftentimes these get denied for supplement companies. So we are working on it. Yeah, you guys have voted in one of the worst administrations I've ever seen. I mean, like it's crazy. So yeah, we're working on getting on Amazon Canada, but they don't really seem to like free market capitalism lately. Yeah, so good luck with all that. But you can use a postal forwarding service and get our electrolytes. So look into that if you really want them ASAP. All right, guys, wrapping up. I downed this protein shake. This thing is gone. So fire. We're going to go film some recipes right now and just dive into some stuff. So stoked to have a good day and get you guys some good content soon. Some easy recipes. Come on, I have the best recipes ever. I want to do a meetup soon. I was just talking to my buddy. It'd be fun to do a meetup where I rented out a soccer field and we played like a big soccer game and had like an electrolyte stand. I think that'd be really fun. So let me know if you'd be down to attend that. It would obviously be free and all this. I don't get people doing expensive meetups. Oh yeah, come to my meetup. It's $500. What the fuck? What? So my meetups are free. So just follow my IG for more updates on that. I'll try to go rent a soccer field and let's get after it. Appreciate you guys. Stay healthy. stay fit, lift weights, surf, do jujitsu, be a savage. Love y'all. Peace.